Smell like real tires. Hello and welcome to RC Birds, and thanks for stopping by. In this video I present you my new project, the Tamiya Toyota Tundra High-Lift. First I'll show you the things I bought for it. Here we have the kit, which is a really big box. Then for sure I need a new radio, which is the Carson Reflex 2 or Reflex Stick Multi Pro LCD. This is a 14-channel radio. We don't need all those switches because in the MFC of this car, or the multi-function control unit, it's a decoder-encoder system and some functions are switched over one channel. The next thing I bought is the unit, where we have a sound module, the ESC, some functions, 23 lights, a vibration motor and a control unit. And as long as this is a Tamiya kit, we need ball bearings. For the servos, we need 2 servos, one for the steering and one for the switching of the gears. And for further tuning, I bought this CR tuned motor from Tamiya. I hope it improves the performance and is fitted with 35 Ts, which I think is very good. And for my control unit, I've got this little thing. This will be put on the left stick, and this is the stick for the gears and the gas or the throttle. And this should be some kind of shortcut to use the shifting. To clean up the wiring, I ordered these tubes. I need a color, semi-gloss black, for AA batteries, a new stand for the car, and to put the radio around my neck. I found this in my cellar. I ordered some third lock gear from Tamiya, and the last hop up I ordered are these G-Mate shocks. So now it's time to have a closer look on the parts I ordered. It's just metal, this is nothing. Ball bearings don't have to be discussed. Assume the wiring, the third lock, the 4 AA batteries, the color, the stand, and I think you've seen enough servos. So this leaves us with 4 things I like to unbox. I start with the motor. Looks nice. And as always, they put bushings in and no ball bearings. A little bit annoying. Alright, some maintenance. Japanese and English. The next thing is the radio. Let's see what Carsten had done here. Two things in the box: the transmitter and the receiver. Oh, by the way, for sure there was a manual inside of the box, but I took it out. Same on the kit and the MFC, because I did some studies right before the build. The batteries are already charged. Yeah, this is over 15 years old, but it works. These are 3-position switches. And these only switch and get back. Next thing on the list is the MFC 2 unit. The 1 unit is for American trucks, the 3 unit for European trucks. Here's a computer. This must be for the... Yeah, this is a control unit. The wirings and the lights. The speaker. Some screws. Things for the rattling motor, which falls down my table. You also get these stickers for the wiring and the control box. Some mesh for the speaker and the cover of the speaker. Some boxes, some parts. And the control box, which is black clear. There's a warning notice. Some things for the mountings. Okay, I clean up my desk and then I'll be back with the kit. So, this is a kit. Here on the box we have a second color scheme, and here we have the lights on the roll bar, and here are the 5 American truck lights. You can see that they have a big sticker here, and some highlights are explained. They say you need the MFC2 unit. On the sides there's nothing new. And here are some technical details, like the gearbox, which radio you need, and what you find on the chassis. This kit isn't complete. I sent the cabin, the bed and the tailgate to an airbrush artist, and at this time they are there and not in the kit. Oh, you get some snowboards, but I don't think I use them. These are rubber parts. Chrome, chrome, chrome. Wheels and rims. The roll bar. Some accents parts. Front lights. The pumpkins. But someone said I shouldn't say pumpkins. Don't matter. 2 different front grills. Front bumper, rear bumper. In this kit you get 2 kind of clear parts for the lights. Some in some clear, or really clear, and the other color is yellow. It's up to you if you use either one of the colors or mix it up. The axles, very impressive. The windows, battery door, and the tank where the MFC control unit will come into. Some other parts for mounting something. Chassis parts. The gearbox. This, I know. These little parts are for the axles, and here the rods will get into. This is the axle mounting. Number plates. I see if I can use this. Gear parts. Oh, the rest of the cabin and the bed. Servo parts. Wipers and some other things to mount something. Tires. Smell like real tires. This side is printed, this side not. They are not rotated, so it's up to you which side you can use. The usual stuff. And even for the classical antenna, there's a tube. Inside here, this looks like the chassis rails. Yep. And printed in which side they are. Here for sure is the left one. Yep. Stickers. I think on the other side are the metal stickers for the car. Ui. This is heavy. This is heavy. I come to this in a moment. So, the magical box with the metal parts. Here, right, is a shifting axle. The metal shocks. Mounting. Oh, big E. Skid plate. Oh, back C is really heavy. Look at these big drive shafts. Lots of metal parts. Back A, many gears, the sides of the gear housing. Back H, some screws. Okay, this is open because I need some screws when I send the body out to the artist. A tool bag, zip ties, 2 tubes of grease, thread lock, the classical Tamiya screw, and some others. A silver can. I don't use it. Some gears. Knuckle arms. And back D. Screws, bushings, rods. Nice. For sure you noticed that beside the body some things are missing. It's the manual of the kit, of the MFC and of the radio. This model for sure is not for beginners. Okay, if they take enough time and do some effort, it would be great, even for beginners. But if you see these sides, there's a lot of text. A lot of text. And I read this manual 3 times before I start with the build. You have to pay close attention on many things they say. It's not only where you have to grease. Here they say don't change it into ball bearings. There's a special instruction for this slipper clutch. And they mention if there is a use of the MFC. So here's the first MFC hint, and I have the MFC here. Here we have the same, lots of text. And if you start to read this, you think sometimes, did I have missed one? What are they talking about? And the things they are talking about come later in the manual. Or take this example. Here's how you use the sticks in Japanese, and English, German, France are written on the next side. Some diagrams. So just now, right at the beginning, my recommendations are, if you buy this car or want to build it and want to use an MFC, you should buy both right from the start, because here we are at step 9 and there are some changes which you find here in the MFC manual. The second recommendation is read it. Read it more than one more time. Get used to every letter you find here in the manual. There are so many things which can be made wrong, and I don't know yet even if I do some mistakes in the build. And like you can see here, you can use a 3-channel radio to get this running without the MFC. But be aware that you need, for the second servo, which is a switching servo, you need a switch for +1, 0, -1. The third channel on my standard radio is just on-off. This won't work. You need both directions for the switching. And it would be better, this third channel has a dual rate. If you have to adjust the shifting servo, it would be better that you can do it. And one thing, this manual for the MFC is written for the Ford truck. It's not written for the Tundra. They start with the functions and how you can use it. Here are the parts. And in the manual of the car, they say Y3. Where do they say it? Yeah, Y3. You don't find Y3 on the first pages, but you find Y3 here. So when I get to step 9, I will put the vibration unit together, build it in, and use the other parts, because the speaker is getting there and you can't use these chassis things. What else? Oh yeah, I was at the point that the manual is for the Ford. For the Hilux, for the Tundra, you've got the scheme here, where you have to put the lights, how you can do the wiring, and be aware, you can either use the 4 roof lights or the 5 truck lights. You've got 23 LEDs in the set of the MFC. If you use the lights on the roll bar, it's 22. If you use the 5 lights here, it's 23. There's the wiring, and at least they give you some interesting tips where you can change some things. And here they show it, which they don't show right in before, how you can change the angle of the axle or lock the differential. I'm not a fan of using thread lock for this one. It can be that you block the differential forever. The classical stuff and the parts list. See how big the backs are. Back A, back B, back C, and so on. These are 8 backs plus the tool back. This is great. So for sure this is a long video. If you stayed with me until here, I have a big thank you for you. If you got some questions, please write down in the comments. And I really appreciate if you like, share and subscribe to my channel. This will really help me out. See you soon on RC Birds.